Morning, everyone. Today we are going to talk about the um, communicative approach, and this is about communication in a way that we can express ourselves. The main idea is communication because communication is a process, and the special thing that we have to know here is that. We have to talk about especially the speaker decides the topic, so it depends on the it has to be with a lot of things, but especially it's the person decides what he or she wants to talk. um, Communication is something that we have to learn in order to speak in a foreign language, because for example here we want to speak in English, so but it's really difficult because we are watching like topics as grammar and listening, but there are tools that they don't work well, because sometimes we don't like a lot of those kind of things. Um, and then we have to make sure that we have to know about our topics that we like. For example, in my case, I love playing video games, so it's a topic that I can express myself in a foreign language. On the other hand, the role plays are good in this for improving this kind of approach. Like you can talk about when you are in a kitchen, when you are how to cook a meal, how to how to ask for something when you are in a classroom, or where you are in post office or something, some of them. And also the most important thing is feedback after the role play, because feedback is when teacher or a person who is experienced by the foreign language corrects your mistakes, but it's in a nice way, because we have to correct our mistakes, but quietly and without and to avoid these mistakes the next time that we have to talk. Using speeches, it's a really good technique, but the special thing is also textbooks, and they focus on a lot of culture that is from the country, like there are a lot of books that you can find, and also if we like reading, we can look for a lot of vocabulary, and we can learn it. And also listening, like listening to music, it's really useful, but it's not too much helpful, because sometimes there are contractions, and what we want is to be able to express yourself but correctly. So I guess that's the main point of communicative approach. So, and what do you think, Enrique?
I think communicative approach is a form the specific of class is the base of speaking real life case, or speak with another person for topics or hobbies, fields, anywhere. The communicative approach is the performance in the class from the speak the teacher and student. Um, I think it's important because the mention for you the in class or in real life Communicative forms bad or good. For example, the no, 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 or no, and the answer answer the question. The how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Oh, it's the form of communicative or the how are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Is form. The specific the communicative approach is
Communicative approach focus on communication, right? So it's really important to know that we have to interact with another person, but also we have different ways to communicate, right? For example, you can speak, you can listen, you can show a picture in order to communicate, or also you can write a letter or an advertisement or something like that. These are some ways to for communicating something.
yeah,
So
or maybe answer or question other person the feels or case in your life or in the school. For example, the what is the material favor or what is or how are you Monday or what do you do? Is the question and answer and
yes.
match.
So what we have to know is, as teachers, sorry, we have to make sure that our students learn by communicating. We have to make a lot of role plays in order to they improve their foreign word, their language that they are learning. For example, English, because sometimes we have teachers who teach but just focus on grammar or just focus on writing, and it's really difficult because they don't interact each other, they don't have communication, they don't have anything. So and what we have here in the subject that it's English, and what we want to do is speaking in English. So it's a really important thing to that we have to what would you say? We have to have in that's really important. So what do you think? What else?
Maybe the communicative approach is the form for explaining the teacher or with classmates. For example, the question for the other class. Today, what do you do in your house? And the answer of the classmate is, oh, I do, or I can, depend of the context or topic. Mention always the answer because in your class, though we 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 are realize other mentions and the class don't understand or don't eat or anywhere.
So that will be all. Thanks for watching this video. What we want to say is that communicative approach is one of probably the best way to learn English because it focuses, as I said, on communication, and we have to interact each other about different topics. For example, I can tell you or I can ask you what is your favorite subject, what is your favorite food, what is your favorite artist. So you can tell me what are the things that you like, and we can interact each other. But we have to try to do in English or in a foreign language, whatever. But we have to interact. This is the most important thing that we have to have. And that will be all. So thank you, and
See ya.
see you.
Created using Powtoon.